Turn it over to you.
All right, everybody. We've got Georgia Tech running backs coach Mike Daniels first, and we'll go ahead and open it up for questions, and just using the raise hand function within Zoom. And we'll begin with questions for Coach from Kelly Quinlan. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, Coach. Finally good to see your face. Just curious, kind of what's your experience been like since you've joined the Georgia Tech staff? Kind of what's it been like being back in the ATL?
Well, first of all, very grateful and honored to be here, to say the least, and I appreciate you guys coming on and spending some time talk a little running back play. But my experience, obviously, here has been phenomenal. I think just being able to connect with the staff, and I jumped right into recruiting, which was fun. My favorite things to do, and so I was here a day and was right into official visits and been able to kind of get into my area. Touch base with some of the 23s and 24s, is being able to eyeball them and kind of getting situated and organized here personally in town, and then also just getting things organized with the players and getting ready for spring ball.
Go to a question now from Rod McKenzie. Go ahead, Rod.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to Atlanta.
Hey, Rod.
When you first got here, the running back room was a little slim. And since you've been here, you've added Hassan and you also picked up Felix. What does Hall bring to the table, as far as the different things you can do with the running back position?
Well, with Hall, he has a trait and a skill set that is hard to coach or hard to develop. And he can really run as far as his speed. He's a high speed, really fast, one-cut guy. And that allows him the ability to take it to the house, go score a touchdown at any moment. And so I'm very excited about the young man. When you go pull up his tape and go look at how he was and how he's been over the years, it's been a very explosive athlete. And I'm looking to enhance his ability and get some production out of him this year.
Go to a question now from Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, good to meet you. Hopefully meet in person soon.
Yes.
I noticed in your bio at Buffalo last year, you had 3 guys that ran 400 yards each, which I imagine is an easy thing to do. Tell me, and actually that has been a theme with your predecessor trying to divvy up snaps and that sort of thing. What's your kind of, I guess, philosophy or process of here's how, we're going to split up playing time? Because it looks like you may have that same challenge again.
Well, I thought I did a pretty good job in terms of just diving into the group and getting them to buy into a system of being a unit. We're a brotherhood. And so with that, allowed them to all three of the guys play, with 2 of them being all conference. And so you had a 1,000-yard rusher and 2 others with over 450 yards, which was a great accomplishment for those guys. And so with that was just attention to detail to really buy in or tie into their skill set, and as far as down and distance and understand the situation of football and an ability to put them in a great situation so they can succeed. And again, being transparent with their role, so they know exactly what I'm looking for and what we're looking for from an offensive standpoint. And then going and practicing and being up front, being transparent with the roles and what we're looking for and how we want to use them. And what you saw with that group was the ability for for those guys to trust and believe in what we were trying to do, and trust and believe in how we were doing it. And I think what you saw was a group of young men that bought into the system of how we were doing it. And that way we were able to kind of dive in and have a 1,000-yard rusher and have 2 other guys that touch the football significantly. And again, that we'll see. We'll assess our situation here. We're still going through that process and see how we're going to divvy things up and how we're going to use the group. But I think I had some experience. I have some experience in that space to be able to utilize and get production out of multiple guys. And where football is going at the position of running back, you're seeing it more and more where, it's taking 2 or 3 guys to fulfill that role, especially for teams that's having really good success in running the football. The physicality, the ability to catch out the backfield, it is going to take more than 1 guy to get it done. And so I'm looking forward towards that challenge with this group. I'm excited about this group. I think it's a talented group, and I'm ready to go.
Take a question now from Patrick Canaro. Go ahead, Patrick.
Good afternoon, Coach. Welcome to Atlanta. You may have already touched on this. Pardon me if you did. Do you like two back sets? And maybe you just touched on this too. You prefer when you have the talent to do it, that you use a lot of throwing to the backside of the backfield? Those two questions, please.
Absolutely. So with your first question, yes, as many times as I can get my guys selfishly on the field, I would love to. And obviously that has to do with how it fits into the scheme and the game plan. But a two-back set is really good. It presents some troubles to the defense. It gives them some matchup issues with the ability to go both ways with guys in the backfield. And so whether it's power read, whether it's zone read with the running back flashing on the opposite side, that's something that we like. We also like the ability to have a two-back set and be able to utilize that other back in some slot, with some flashing across. So there's many different ways to get the ball into the playmaker's hand. And so once we assess who those guys are and see if that's something that fits what we're trying to do, then we have one of the best offensive minds in the country, in my opinion, in Coach Long. And he'll go out of his way and be very innovative in how he structures the using of the two guys. So I'm excited about that because I know and I trust that the ability to get unique offense and get the right personnel and get those guys the football.
Take another question from Kelly.
Coach, I was just curious about kind of how you've adapted with Coach Long, kind of what is his offense like compared to maybe some other people you've worked with, and what kind of has stuck out to you in your meetings with him?
Well, like I said, I think being around some other bright minds in this game, Shane Montgomery, been around Brian Kelly and some of those guys, but I think what you're going to get out of Chip Long is his system. He's a really bright guy, and he knows offense really well, and his ability to be innovative in how he's attacking people and being able to know exactly what he wants and being able to set defenses up. I think he's got a rare blend of experience, youth, and just wizard like presentation and how he does it, man. And so I think his system is good. His system is flexible with the ability to again utilize the talents that you have. So if you got two really good tight ends, his system allows for those guys to thrive. If you got two really good football players at running back, then his system allows that. And so the ability to have flexible or flexibility in the offense, whether it's okay, this time this guy gets the bubble versus this guy gets the bubble on the outside, I think is unique. And I'm excited to get rolling in this system because I think we'll shock some people in the area of offensive football.
Another question from Rod.
Coach, you have one of your running backs, a true freshman, coming in early. How important for the depth of your group is that to have him available in spring practice?
Tremendously important, and Antonio Martin Jr. is a kid that is. I mean, he is obviously, you see he's a thicker, bigger back, man. But what I love about the kid so far is his spirit, his ability to learn, his desire to learn is high, and he's got a really good feel good soul to him. And when you talk to him and when you listen to him, he's been raised right. So I'm excited for him to just get in here and kind of transform his body into a more college running back, and for us to be able to utilize him and learn and see what he has this spring. So when you start thinking about the depth, running back is a position where you could take a young guy and he could fulfill a role. And so I don't know if that's going to be Antonio or not. Obviously, every when you get a new staff and you get a new position coach, everybody has a clean slate. But I'm excited about the young man and his future because I think he's got good stuff in him. Obviously, he's got ability or he wouldn't be here. But more importantly, he has the good stuff inside to the hunger, the drive, the desire to be great. And he takes coaching really well. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for us. And I can't wait to get on the field to coach that young man.
Another question from Ken.
Mike, you have kind of an interesting career path in that you've
Yeah,
been in
to
high
say the least,
school.
right?
Yeah. Kind of, can you describe a little bit of that of what prompted you go from colleges to high schools, back to colleges and high schools, and now back to colleges again?
Well, from a big picture piece of it, when I left, I was at Buffalo the first time as an assistant running back coach. I got it was a family decision, family move to get back in high school, which would prompted a move to South Georgia, and so I jumped back. I didn't think I was getting back into college at that point, but it was a unique opportunity to go and start a program with Brian Bohannon at Kennesaw State, and just the ability to take from ground zero, from scratch, take a program and build it. I mean, all the way from the ability to pick what type of football we're going to use, what type of sleds we're going to use, bags, all those things was a unique experience. And so obviously we had some great success there. It was a great situation. And then going back to high school was the ability for me to be a head football coach, get a taste of what that felt like, but more importantly, be able to go back to my alma mater, Princeton High School, which is a storied program in Cincinnati. And it's also where my mom and dad both went to high school, graduated from, and every one of my aunts and uncles as well graduated from that place. So going back to Princeton was special to me. The program that was falling on troubled times in terms of the football program, and I had the opportunity to kind of revive that thing, get it back rolling, and I spent 4 years there, and we got it back rolling. And it's a healthy program, sending a lot of kids to school, and so I felt like my mission was done, and I felt like my job was done in terms of being in that space. And the good Lord, I'm a man of faith, led me back to getting back into college, and it's been a blast ever since. And so I'm here with this unique opportunity, being very blessed to have to be able to do this at this level in this city for this university, which is special, and for a great man like Coach Collins. And so I'm ready to go.
If I ask a quick follow-up, how was
Yeah,
did you
go
end
ahead,
up in Statesboro? It's a long way from Buffalo.
Repeat the question.
How did you end up in Statesboro?
Well, it was a situation where, like I said, it was a family move, and my wife had an opportunity there to have a job, and it was something that I supported at the time, and actually it was a great move. Every move I had, I've gained great friends, great people just connecting to, and I've learned something about the game of football that's been unique to be able to travel and carry on throughout my career.
Got time for two quick ones. We'll go to Kelly and then Rod to wrap us up.
Coach, I was just curious, kind of your thoughts on Dante Smith and Jemias Griffin, two of the guys you've inherited that both have some good experience in the system and obviously a lot of talent. Just kind of what are your impressions of them?
2K, Dante Smith. I'm excited about him. When you meet the young man, he brightens up a room, great smile, and he had some production last year. And so for you're always looking for that next opportunity when you start thinking about the natural progression in terms of the running backs, and now you got those two guys gone, and he has an opportunity to increase his role. And so I'm excited for him. Obviously, he has some ability, and he's been here for a while. And so naturally, in his mind and within the program's mind, it's time to go. So I'm excited to coach him. He's been great in terms of his reception of me and his and it's just soaking in just the relationship part of it. And so I'm excited for him. I'm excited to coach him, and and I feel like I can do some things to even make him better, and we can transition to this role together, and so he can have the production and kind of do what he wants to do. And when you start thinking about Jemiah, for him, obviously coming out of high school, one of the more talented, more highly recruited kids. And so again, just like Dante, with the ability for him to have an increased role is tremendous. And now this is his time to for that to happen. And so this is going to be a great spring for him to show. And again, I'm excited about him, local kid, a kid that a lot of people are looking to take that next jump, next step in his natural progression as a running back. And so excited for those two, some talented guys. And now they have the ability to show and prove who and what they are.
Last question from Rod. Wrap us up.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned that when you got here, you hit the ground running as far as recruiting goes. You were able to get back up to the Cincinnati, Dayton area. What was the reception like up there?
Well, you go back through the history of Georgia Tech football, and you know that area has been pretty good to Georgia Tech. Mike Mathis, you got Shane Bowen, who all came down and had successful careers, and so very well received up in that area, Southwest Ohio. It's well known in terms of like just the location and how really good the school is, and so we'll be able to do well in that area. Feel very confident in that, and I'm excited to be able to build a pipeline from Ohio straight down to Atlanta. It's actually an easy drive, about 6.5 to Cincinnati. And so when you start thinking about being able to be in a city like Atlanta, and for an institution like Georgia Tech, which is one of the best in this country, and that product and playing ACC football, I think is very good, a good product for those kids up in Dayton, Cincinnati area to look towards, especially in the future.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.